What's up, my people?
Yo!
Welcome to Podcast X, Y, and Z.
What's up?
The world's number fun video game podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Caleb Pearson. To my right, Andrew Matthews.
I'm here.
Andrew, repping the Who's, bro.
We're national champions, man.
Barely.
UVA men's basketball, we out here.
Listen, I live in Virginia. I love it. Blah, da frickin' blah, da frickin' blah. I'm happy. I'm more happy for other people around me
Yeah.
than I am for myself.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people you know went to UVA.
Yeah, and my family grew up
Family.
there. I was not smart enough to go there, so, I support them. Go Dukes.
You're smart enough to be the
Go
host of the
Dukes.
show.
I'm smart.
Go Dukes.
Believe it or not, I'm smart enough to host a podcast. You'd be surprised. They're letting anybody do it these
They're
days.
letting two random dudes do
Yeah,
it.
that's been so fun. For those of you that don't know, Andrew and I run Media Interactive. We come at you each and every week, Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, to talk about all things Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo
Yee.
on X, Y, and Z. We have a homepage of patreon.com/Media Interactive. Actually, if you want to throw that in the chat, that'd be
Yeah,
sweet.
well,
There you can support us for $1 or $3 a month. You get access to all sorts of giveaways, gift cards, t-shirts, all sorts of fun stuff, including
that's a lot of stuff.
exclusive podcast remastered,
Remastered's fun.
where we talk about TV, movies, music, faith. We talk about whatever we want.
We just talk about,
Because believe it or not, this is our professional standpoint.
we're professional right now.
I know it doesn't seem like it, but we're on the clock.
This is our brand.
We're on the clock. That's off the clock exclusive content.
Yeah, that's like,
You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at minteractivexyz. I tweet all the time. I haven't posted to Instagram since November, so you can use your own discernment on that.
Yep.
But Andrew, let's get right to it.
Wait, we got
There's
some-
so much to
we got some new set stuff.
Well, yeah. So that's part of the news too. And actually,
It's a ghost. It's a Destiny ghost.
Shout out to the patrons. Shout out to those live in the chat. We are on Twitch for the first time ever because YouTube's being a butt. But Twitch has been awesome so far for the pre-show. So shout out to our patrons over at patreon.com/MediaInteractive for supporting us. They are as follows: Zan the Man, Xander, Suze, Silas, Sam, Ryan, George, Harry, Lauren, Josh, Kirby Curbs, Jonathan, Jake, Brendan, and Brad. Thank you guys so much for supporting us.
Yeah.
We love you. We wouldn't be here without you, or at least we would be here without you, but it wouldn't be as much fun. We wouldn't have as many resources.
Dang, you sound like a auction guy saying
Do
their
I?
names.
We
I
do what I can. I do what I can. HD audio will go up after the live stream, but you can watch us live at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays and join the chat as all these lovely people are as we jump into some story missions for the news campaign this week. But first and foremost, Andrew, the Kind of Funny World Tour.
Meetup, New York
Meet
City.
and greet New York City, baby. I traveled
You
alone.
went. You were there.
I was there, and now I'm back, and it was a blast.
Tell me, dude.
It
Freaking tell
was
me how.
so
it went.
much fun. I got to meet Greg Miller. I got to talk to
You
Greg
got
Miller.
to meet Greg Miller.
I got to meet the Kind of Funny squad. They signed my
Wow.
ghost. I was walking around.
That's insane.
But Andrew, that was not the best part.
Not that can't. I mean, that seems like
I know.
amazing.
The best part was meeting the best friends that are
Oh,
part of this community.
Yeah.
That were there to not just meet Greg and all these people, but we're there to meet each other.
Mm.
Okay, so I need to shout out Dave and Allie.
Yeah, you said
okay?
you met some friends.
These people are incredible.
Mm.
My favorite couple on the planet. We got there
Wow.
early, and instantly you're going to this meet and greet, and so everybody else there is there for the same reason you are.
Right.
But you all have so much in common already.
Yeah.
And
That's
it was a
friends.
super cool moment where, as I consume Kind of Funny content on YouTube, and they're my favorite personalities and yada yada, all those comments and relationships on Twitter instantly become personal.
Yeah.
When you walk into this bar and you
That's
get
so
to
cool.
see all the T-shirts and
That's
stuff,
so
it was
cool.
so heartwarming. It was fantastic.
We
It's
love
up
you, best friends.
on my personal Instagram and on our Twitter. You can check that out. But man, it was so good.
That.
It
That sounds
rejuvenated
awesome.
me for this, and I'm excited to be back.
Wow. So we got a memento from it.
And the set gets more and more Destiny, which against all odds.
Let's double
Because
down on
we haven't
Destiny.
played it in a brick and a half, but hey, what can you do? Clearly, we've been there. Andrew, you and I just played Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Oh, we did.
They released a new Blackout map, Alcatraz.
Have you guys played it? Tried it?
So if you have played it or tried it, throw it in the chat, your impressions of it. This is kind of our story mission number 1 of probably 6 or 7
We got a lot.
of news. It released on PS4 last week.
Yeah.
We did split screen Blackout, which is a whole
Which
other
split screen
ballgame.
on Blackout? We've talked about it. You can check our old episodes.
yeah.
We're not the biggest fans.
But what'd you think of Alcatraz?
I did like it. Okay, so if you haven't played it, it's a smaller map, 40 people in the game. You can only play solo and quads, or no, just quads.
Yeah. At least that's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's
yeah.
hard to tell.
At least for right now. And when you drop in, you don't drop in like together. And like you can choose where to drop in the other map. This one you drop on 4 segments. Like
Yeah.
you immediately start opposite of your friends.
Well, there's no helicopter or plane launch. You
Right.
just appear,
Yeah.
and then you're right there. It's really weird. I'll be honest. It's
It's
40 people.
It is really
Smaller
weird.
map. But it was fun.
But it was fun,
It was
yeah.
jam packed.
It's just shotguns and SMGs. Like there are also
and
rifles,
again,
but...
free map. So
Yeah.
our expectations were
Yeah.
negative.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And so we had fun with it. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to go back to it. I fell from fall damage 8 times. 'cause
I know.
It's not Apex.
Yes. And then there were people shooting at
Um,
us we didn't know.
And I switched armors
Yeah.
because it didn't give me the ping of
Yep.
you already have a better item equipped.
Yeah.
You realize how stupid you are as a person.
Yeah.
You know?
No, actually.
Because Apex is so good
Yeah.
that you don't even play the game, you just play the HUD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, even with the guns, you don't have to know anything. You just like, I know that's
yeah.
better.
It's,
I know that is
it
better.
filters out the idiots like me do a better job in
Yeah.
Apex. But you know, it's fine. Time to kill is through the roof, and it's whatever.
Yeah.
So that was fun. I was glad to jump back into that game. We always promise, oh yeah, we'll go back to it. It's a great.
But
game.
I mean, it's like what you said when we were playing it. Other than PUBG, it's the first game to release a second map for Battle Royale,
and free.
which is a big deal. And I
Yeah.
think that it's good for
and,
the,
and,
for
and
the
again,
community.
they mixed it up. It wasn't
Right.
a Fortnite.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's drier in this area. And
Now there's a
wetter in this
volcano,
area.
yeah.
It's a completely different
Feel
scene
right.
and game mode. And Call of Duty's clearly been doing that with all the hot pursuit cars and
Which
weird,
yeah, I was gonna say like
Yeah.
if you haven't played Call of Duty in a while, it's
yeah.
GTA
If Zach's
almost.
still in the chat, I know he's very good and plays Call of Duty a lot. I'm sure he has played it. I would love to hear his thoughts.
it's
if he's
really
there, but
weird. It's super
it's
goofy.
bizarre. Yeah, it's hard to.
I didn't know what I was playing.
That never used to be the vibe.
It was
you
like-
could always go
yeah,
back to
yeah,
COD
yeah.
and be like, oh, this is
It's COD.
nostalgic. But now it's like, wait, what?
It reminded me of Battlefield Hardline.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I was like,
100%.
what? That's actually not a bad game. I don't know. Maybe
I
am I the only
loved
one who? Okay, you.
Hotwire was so fun.
Right? Okay.
The moving objectives and then you just
Yeah.
kill them and it slows
It was
down.
just like nicer modern cars.
I mean, I'll be,
driving
the
around.
engine was crap and it was super
Yeah.
like it felt a little bit like Minecraft almost.
Is
It's
this the
like-
one where the building would fall?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Levolution.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
patented the term Levolution. That's how you know how weird it was.
Is that an unpopular opinion to like that game? Do you guys hate that game?
Battlefield Hardline. Let us know if you even played it. I mean, that's a lot.
We played it quite a bit.
Oh,
though.
we
Yeah.
played it.
Yeah.
Played it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was super fun.
So Battlefield or Blackout.
Yeah, Blackout. It's fun.
Blackout Alcatraz.
Yeah. B minus.
B.
C
B
plus.
minus. D minus C plus.
C plus with a curve. There you go.
There you go.
Andrew, cultural event out the wazoo here. Story mission number 2. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order had a logo reveal today,
Yeah.
which is
We just
we'll-
talked.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I almost popped a blood vessel over that. whole thing.
Yeah. Right.
And then there's a game reveal this Saturday at 3:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern at Star Wars Celebration.
That's exciting. I mean, that just that news piece alone. Does that get you guys excited as we are? Because that is just exciting.
Let us know your Star Wars thoughts. Here's where I'm at, Andrew. EA and DICE are an item.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
And EA has somehow made Battlefield not as good as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
EA and BioWare are an item. And they have somehow made Mass Effect
Yeah.
and Anthem and BioWare games not as good as they used to be.
Yeah.
EA and Respawn is our last hope.
Yeah. That's it.
And Apex is a countercultural game here.
Yeah.
But for them to tweet from the EA Twitter account a
Yeah.
teaser of a broken lightsaber,
Yeah.
I liked it, that it's a broken lightsaber and cool looking.
Yeah, it was cool.
But I mean, what is this culture of we're gonna tease the tease of the trailer reveal, and
It's the same thing
all
with
gonna
movies.
be
And that's just
yeah,
like garbage.
yeah.
Because
I-
we were even talking like we got stuck on it because we were like, "This is a photo."
I watched it on a loop. I watched it on a loop 15 times. I said, when's something going to happen? Then I realized, oh, it's a 7-second video. Andrew, guess what you call videos less than 10 seconds? Pictures.
Pictures, just yeah.
I mean, come on. What a waste of my time.
No, it was stupid. I was frustrated because I mean we knew the reveal was coming. We didn't know the specific time. I get it. They could have just tweeted it. I think I would have been just as excited. Just wait to show me the game. Like just wait to show me something big. I get
it's fake
like,
news.
It's just like it's I don't know.
I
It
love,
is
how,
what it
I
is.
love how you got all panicked like I was asking you a trivia question.
I know. It's like what do you call
Fun fact,
it?
what do you call it? Yeah, no. I'm just...
Yeah, it's like a vine. Exactly. It's like a
Yeah.
vine of a broken
Oh,
lightsaber.
I
Like,
reacted
what
to
the-
that the same way I react to Vine.
Everyone in the
as a
chat
whole.
is super excited about Respawn.
Yeah.
Respawn is so good. Respawn. Yeah, Respawn is great.
Is that they're just all saying the word respawn?
Well, it's just me basically filtering the Respawn.
Oh, okay. All right.
hype.
Yeah, that's good. And again, it's the same hope that Anthem did not deliver on. If BioWare steering the ship, that would be cool.
Oh wait, wasn't there like a phrase paired with a tweet? I think there was. I think it was like.
Wait, what do you mean?
Daniel, you know better. I think it was like Jedi Fallen Order, and it was like. I think it was like "Don't Stand Out." Like there was.
Oh yeah, no, that's what it is.
What? So what is that? What was it? Just like that's.
All we have is a 7-second
and it says "Don't Stand Out."
and we
right?
know it's Order 66 from that third movie. They kill all the Jedi. Do you remember this? The kids.
So don't stand out means you can't be seen.
Well, so all right. So you ready?
Yeah. Just
Do you have your seatbelt on? What we know about the game is it's after Order 66.
Yeah.
Jedi are being eliminated, and you are one on the run, rogue, hiding.
Oh, wow. That's what everyone knows that.
So it's probably don't stand out, as in don't make yourself known.
Ooh, a stealthy Jedi.
But that's why we don't know.
Ooh.
And it's really weird.
It's like a. Actually, I don't want to have a stealthy Jedi game. I want to use my lightsaber.
Don't stand out. There's nothing exciting about that language to me. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, that's fine if it's a stealthy vibe. But if it's a Star Wars game, use Star Wars language or something. I don't know.
That's true.
You could use anything, and people would get hyped for it.
The Force. Oh, I was going to say Awakens.
The Last Jedi. How cool would that be? Yeah. But anyway, all reasons under the sun to be skeptic. To be a skeptic, to be skeptical about it. Yeah. Because EA, again, I'm still... It's not. I don't even have a scar yet. It's still an open wound of Anthem. So it's like...
Yeah.
All right, what
Plus,
else?
like, the Battlefront games were okay, but they were lacking.
Right, they were beautiful, and I played it yesterday and could only do 8 minutes of it before I said, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is really bad.
Yeah.
So, it's a single-player Jedi game. Respawn has a reputation of fighting the power, and doing what they need to do. So let's hope that's true.
Zach says he's hoping for open world. Oh, man.
Say
that over and over again.
I feel like that's ambitious. I don't think it's going to be.
Oh, I don't think it is, but I would hope for that. That would be.
Yeah, I hope so.
I would love that. Pinto says he throws in a side mission.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Talking about Respawn, Fortnite is bringing in a respawn point like Apex. Dan says, yeah, I saw that too. I think Fortnite does a great job of pulling in good ideas from other games. So Fortnite is bringing in a respawn point.
They've been asking for that for a brick and a half.
Wow. But I know there's a lot of Fortnite drama of...
The health and the arm, or the...
Yeah, armor.
Shield pickup.
You would kill someone,
whatever.
You would regen your health and armor, and they took it out, and all, the community is really pissed off about it.
That's what I like to see.
People getting pissed off.
Come on over to Apex, buddy. We got a nice cup of tea for you. That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, respawn points does incentivize me a little bit to play Fortnite, because the worst part about Fortnite is dying.
And you get thirsted. It's a thirst culture.
So respawn point does make it a little bit more interesting for a friendly game with your friends, but I don't know. There's not much Fortnite can do to pull from.
There's just a lot of battle royales going on. I just don't find myself going back to it.
Oh man, Zach keeps throwing out ideas for this new Jedi game. They're so great, Zach.
Read them.
Open world, choose a race, and choose an order. Oh,
dude,
that would be.
Dude, wait till we talk about what would a Game of Thrones video game look like? Because he's right on the money.
Goodness. But
there's so much. He's so right though, because they haven't done it, Andrew.
Yeah. Ooh.
EA has had this title for a decade.
Dude, they need to do
rights for a decade, and they're doing nothing about it.
They need it. Yeah.
They're rebooting and ruining Battlefront. What they freaking do?
There's a sentence right there.
You deserve the C+ grades you're getting on the game.
Yeah.
And they're complete 2 years later.
Yeah. Dan says, based on what Respawn's history is, I doubt it would be open world. Probably linear story, but sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
and because they canceled that game that was linear.
Yeah.
And I think it's so this one can be.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one of the reasons.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So anyway, I'm so excited for Star Wars Celebration. It lasts all week, I think.
I believe you're right.
Or at least 13th or 16th or something. So
I'm
excited.
It's gonna be fun.
And I believe, I've been believing this for too long. That we're getting a Star Wars title reveal for Episode 9 at Star Wars Celebration.
Because that's this year, right? End of the year?
Oh yeah, it's December, baby. It's a Star Wars year. And coming off of Last Jedi and Battlefront 2, it's widely accepted that Star Wars is 0 for 2 on delivering products. I like The Last Jedi. I think it's a good movie, and it's a bad Star Wars movie. But that's a podcast remaster topic, Andrew, so we'll leave that for the patrons over at patreon.com/media.
Seth says, all they need to do is bring back Assault on Mos Eisley and Battlefront and I'll be happy.
That's a great point. And
there's childhood right there.
Do it. So, yeah. Cool. Andrew, moving on in some gaming news here. Story mission number 3. And again, if you're watching live in the chat, you can throw out side missions. You can ask us whatever, and we will so quickly jump on board to talk about whatever. Especially because y'all know more than we do.
That's very
We just happen to be the ones doing this. New Overwatch limited event.
Educate me. I don't know anything.
That's ironic that you use the word educate you, because I'm not going to be able to.
PvE.
It's PvE. I didn't even want to look it up or read it. I know it's.
I kind of want to do that.
It's called something Storm.
Overwatch.
The reason
Storm Rising.
The reason I wanted to even bring it up was just because I didn't really know Overwatch still had a cadence to it.
Okay.
or I knew it had seasons and,
Yeah,
and loot boxes that were themed or whatever.
Yeah.
But this PvE part of it, I wanted to talk to you about that on a grander scale.
Yeah.
Was PvE in it? When
No.
we were playing.
That's why
There's
this
no
is
way,
very
right?
confusing.
Or maybe there were bots in training, but
There is a PvE mission centered around fighting. Yes, there's one.
this
I
is
don't think there was
this
any-
is from Polygon.com.
I don't think there was any PvE missions.
That's what I'm saying. I came across, I was like, oh, okay, more content. I was like, wait, it's you against, and you and up to 3 friends or whatever against 4 bosses. Or
Someone
something.
educate.
It's probably like a Destiny Strike type thing.
Yeah, Pinto says they have done PvE before. Okay, so.
Well, okay, then Pinto, when did they do it and what was it like? 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
I think at launch there wasn't one.
Roro says it might be similar to event last year, Archive, I think. Seth says there were events around Halloween you would fight Junkrat. So they've done this consistently.
Oh, you're right. No, they're right. I did play the Halloween one where they come out and you shoot
I've
them.
never done
really?
that.
Okay. It was kind of fun.
That's fun?
It was super kitschy and like Halloween-y.
Yeah, this
You-
one is
yeah.
running for a while. It's running from April to May. So that's like
It's
a
like a
significant
season, almost,
season.
yeah.
These are all
Um,
free, I assume?
Oh
Overwatch?
yeah. I mean, I think so.
Yeah, I haven't played Overwatch in so
Overwatch was the first one to embrace the pay to look good, and that's it
Ah,
model.
nice.
I think so.
Cool.
I might jump back into Overwatch. It's been a while. It's a whole different ballgame. The way you shoot and
It's
defend
fun.
and
I mean,
it is
it's
fun. It is fun.
if you can be with people that aren't trolling you
Yeah.
or that are like supportive, it's a fun game.
Well, and I'll be honest, I haven't touched it since Apex, and like Apex, like scratches that itch.
yeah.
But it would be cool to go back and be
Yeah.
like, oh man, like I'm Hanzo again. Like,
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah. There's definitely like nostalgia there.
Yeah.
It was called Retribution last year,
Okay.
so they've done this regularly. I'm so out of the loop for Overwatch
Yeah.
stuff. This is
and
crazy.
I think it's limited to a few characters. They balance your
That's pretty
loadout,
cool.
so you're not always
I like that.
choosing.
Maybe-
It forces you to.
Am I gonna go back to Overwatch? For
We can
this?
play it tonight, dude.
I don't have it. I have to like find it.
Yeah.
Overwatch still a good title. Someone says retweet. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, there you go.
Overwatch.
Overwatch, dude.
Dope.
I got the bug again. I'll try it. I'll play it.
Okay. Dope.
As you're moving on in the story mission number 4.
How
I
many
guess, right?
minutes is?
Minecraft being added to Game Pass. How is this game still popular?
How is this game still popular? I'm not like mad that it's popular when I wrote that, but it's
Yeah.
just like this game has been around for centuries.
It was the first cross-platform. Actually, wait, maybe that's not true. I just remember it went to PS4
Yeah.
and no one cared, and I was like, this
Yeah.
is kind of monumental.
It's crazy. Like this game is still, and Mojang doesn't have. He sold it right to Microsoft. Like it's not-
Microsoft owns Mojang, yeah.
so it's like
And I think it actually says Microsoft Studios when I think
think
they
so.
I
I
think
think
they
you're
bought
right.
it and buried it.
Yeah.
Mojang.
it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I played.
I love it. That's
I
a good
played
get.
it. It was like really fun.
It's a good get, dude.
Recently.
That's dangerous, Andrew. Jumping into Minecraft is dangerous.
Well, because they have like those.
Nobody
servers
plays
now.
Minecraft for 3 minutes, you know?
Yeah, I know. Dude,
What's-
Minecraft
oh,
is
yeah.
so fun. Y'all are tripping. No, I'm not saying it's not fun. I'm
No,
just
we
like,
like
it's just interesting to me that it's so. I'm
No.
not against it. It's just like it's definitely something to note in gaming history,
no,
right?
Oh yeah, and I need to clarify. We love it.
Yes, I'm
Like we
go to everyone should play Minecraft.
we
all
had
the time.
worlds every
Yeah.
summer in between
Oh, totally.
college.
Totally.
But it's one of those things where I don't. It's the same as Destiny.
Yeah.
Like if there's no dipping my
Yeah,
toes
correct.
into that. I jump in.
Yes.
So
Okay.
Game Pass that's a good get. What we got in the chat?
We got a lot. Mojang
Alright.
is making a new Minecraft Dungeon Crawler game too. Oh wow, dope. They have a ton of cool stuff. Dope. Minecraft stuff fun. Oh, and then we got a side mission. So
Alright,
we can
hit me with.
Okay, yeah. What do you guys think about the rumor of Game Pass and Xbox Live becoming a joint service? Probably increase the price as they combine them. Rora says that we were texting.
I'll tell you
about
what I think about it. I thought about it first.
it.
And you know, it's not that much of a leap to think they would eventually do that.
Yeah.
I love it. Andrew and I were texting about it because the prices are simply added together.
For now, is that official?
And you were upset by this.
I was.
And I was not. Because right now, I think it's stream of access. One click, you get it. And then your
Yeah.
build, it's not about delivering Xbox in a better way. It's almost about delivering your bank statements better.
Yeah.
But they're not going to discount it, at least yet.
Yeah.
A bundle would be dope, or knock a couple
Yeah.
if it goes on sale for $3,
Yeah.
right now they've only released it monthly.
Yeah.
So that means you're saving what's math? How does math work? $36 a year, which means you're getting Xbox Live for over half off.
Yeah. For sure.
And I feel like they will get to a point where they will knock that.
Yeah.
It's $15 a month for
Yeah.
both of them, because it's 10 for Game Pass,
Mhm.
and then $5 a month
Right.
for Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Which is funny, Andrew, because they call it a sale. Because if you get monthly Xbox Live, it's like $24.
Yeah, I did see that.
But if you get it yearly, it's not a sale.
It's super weird. That's super weird.
That's called corporate deception.
It's super weird.
But it's okay.
And
I'm a Microsoftie. It's okay.
yeah, and so I love the idea. I'm with it. My
Yes.
thing is like I've been paying. I pay like yearly for Xbox Live because I know I'm gonna use it. I know I like it. The price doesn't really that much matter. When there's a good sale, I will buy 12 months of Xbox Live. But Game Pass, I buy sporadically. Like I buy a 3-month, go a month, and then buy a month. Like what they need to do for me is bundle the year Xbox Live with a year Game Pass and say we'll discount you just like $5. Incentivize me to buy regularly Game Pass, and I think like I'm more sold on it. If just putting the price on top of it, yeah, I mean like convenience. I'm with you. I'll probably fall for it. Like I think it's a great idea. It's just like
I hate having to fork out $60 around Christmas for
Yeah.
Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Because it's a game I'm not buying.
Right. No, that's
I mean,
totally
it's
true.
worth it.
Yeah.
I got no problem with paying that amount of money.
Mhm.
Especially because you get a free game a month. And that. So let me bring that up, Andrew.
Yeah.
Xbox Live Gold, I really hope stays legit.
Yeah, no, totally.
Or
That's
at
a
least,
huge thing.
At least favorable that those games are good.
Yeah.
Because I have always loved getting those games. I will install it just so I can delete it, just so I
Totally.
can have it.
No,
right?
no, it's actually what I say underrated part of Xbox Live because I feel like people rate it well. So maybe I'll just say it's a terrific feature.
It's such a rated part of Xbox
it really
Live.
kind of is
Yeah.
because it's like the one thing we
Yeah,
get.
that's a great side quest, dude. It'll be so interesting to see what they do
Yes,
when
it
they
is.
announce.
It is.
Apparently, the pre-ordering for the discless Xbox One. Man, it's hard to say, but I did.
Discless Xbox. I can't.
I did a
it's
better
hard.
job than you did.
Really did.
You want to try again, or should we move on?
Move on.
All right, that's.
You said you were gonna pre-order though, or you're gonna get it maybe?
Dude,
Question mark?
why not?
Question
I
mark?
want it. I want to carry it around. I want to hold it. I want to cradle it. I want to throw it at people. It's so light.
There's
It's
a lot
awesome.
of different things you said. There. You want to
Yeah.
hold it, cradle it, throw it at people.
I got an old Xbox One. It's farting around. It is quiet though, man. I tell you what. I booted up my PS4. This thing sounds like it's going into orbit. PS4s are loud.
Really? I didn't know
And
that.
you don't know that.
I don't know
because you're blessed.
I,
Even your old Xbox, that thing looks like it was playing VCRs. It's quiet. Xboxes
Interesting.
are quiet.
Our Nintendo is the Switch quiet?
Oh, the Switch it makes negative sound.
Negative
Yeah.
sound. So it's just PlayStation that's
Yeah.
really loud?
Yeah.
Like while running
You
or
know,
on the-
okay, all right. So this is old news, but we're going to talk about it briefly. There's no power brick on the PS4, and it's all internal. So basically, that technology is revving.
Yeah.
And because it's slimmer and lighter and no power brick, think about that. The Xbox is all fans.
You're right. You're
So
totally
that's
right.
kind of where the noise comes from. But I hadn't
this-
played PS4 in a while, and I turned it on, and I was like, I made Alexa start playing music, so I could just not hear the fan.
What'd you load up the PS4 for? What were you playing?
Freaking Battlefront 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you have an itch sometimes to go back to it?
Yeah, I do, and it's because it's just Star Wars stuff, the culture, the fandom.
Yeah. Did they add new stuff to it?
They do, yeah. And it's just meh. It's new characters, new heroes, but it's all just
For free or you have to pay?
for free, yeah. But again, you're swinging your lightsaber, and it just doesn't feel
Yeah.
good. It's
Yeah.
just like there's no,
Yeah,
there's no
yeah, yeah.
oomph to
That's
it.
true. That's true.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So I think Jedi Fallen Order will have a little bit more meaning and vibration.
We haven't got I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we haven't got a good Star Wars game in a while. That's true, right? That's
It's true. I mean, I would not call the first Star Wars Battlefront a bad game, but it's not what it needs to be.
Yeah,
it's
that's
beautiful
true.
and it was so fun to play the space mode.
Yeah.
But it was just because it was new, right?
Yeah, but there hasn't been like a Force Unleashed
No,
game
oh no, heck no.
in forever. Force Unleashed is
The fact that we had KOTOR and Battlefront 2 and all that stuff back in the day, it spoiled us and we didn't know it.
yeah, that's
But
fair.
now,
We definitely were spoiled
Yeah.
with Star Wars content.
We'll see. Dude, that was a cool little side mission trip.
Roro, thank you for starting that side quest because that was really fun.
Roro, we love you. Get an Xbox. All right, moving on. Story mission number 5 or something.
17.
This is industry related, hot.
I'm gonna cry
Hot off the
reading
press.
this.
And this is just weird. GameStop posted a $673 million loss year over year.
$673 million loss.
So I hate numbers. Not good at them.
Okay.
I don't
okay.
know what that means
Yeah.
compared to anything on the planet Earth. If you asked me how much money they made in a year,
Yeah.
part of me might guess a couple $100 million. Part of me would guess billions because I am so dumb. I have no grasp.
Well, it's hard to estimate stuff like that. Like, unless you really know like, it's not.
But either way, GameStop's going bye-bye.
GameStop is
We've known
not.
that for a while. It's so, like, do they have to post it and say, here's our, like,
I don't know.
how
if
did you
yeah,
find it?
It was just part of the news. It was like GameStop is going under, basically. And it was like another thing in
so
their
weird.
grave of like
That
yeah.
I mean, I still get excited when I drive by one or am inside one.
Yeah.
So I will miss them.
They're kind of, I mean, as, you know, ratty.
I mean,
and sometimes
I'll be
they
honest
are,
though.
it's like,
I got this guy at Target,
yeah.
and Target has some dope video game stuff,
Yeah.
dude. They got socks and freaking Mario's hopping around and stuff.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Target, you know.
So I'm fine with that.
Dan says the sad part is that loss is including their $700 million sale of Spring Mobile. Oh, man.
Right. Then that's the thing. It's like after everything they did and tried to pull off, they're just in the hole.
That's sad. It's going to be so weird for a generation to grow up without going to a store to buy games, though. You know? Like, we used to, like, line up for midnight releases.
Dude.
I got kicked out of one because I wasn't 18, so I couldn't buy the new Call of Duty without a parent.
Dude, at
like
JMU, I
memories.
would go to all of them.
Yeah.
The Fallout 4 midnight release, the Halo Master Chief Collection midnight release, all that stuff
Yeah.
was out the door. Awesome.
Yeah.
And you're meeting people, you're talking to people.
Yeah, the midnight releases were always fun. I always really, really enjoyed
Yeah,
those. Yeah. Roro says, I don't want it to be like Blockbuster. Yeah.
Oh, he nailed it. That's exactly what it's going to be. Sorry, buddy. But again, you can 12:01 a.m. play your digital game. You can pre-install. So it's funny. We can all complain and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I miss it.
Same thing with
But
Blockbuster.
we did this.
Yeah. Same thing with Blockbuster. It's
Yeah.
like, I miss it, but then you're like, I'm on Netflix streaming
Yeah.
every movie ever right
Like,
now.
I'm the kind of guy that'll be like, oh, GameStop, like, I'm going to love you, miss you. But then I'll shop at GameStop and be like,
I
that
hate
guy
this. Yeah.
smelled
Yeah.
real bad.
Yeah.
And the shirt I got already shrunk.
Yeah, literally, yeah, Dan said the exact same thing. I love being able to chat up like-minded people there in line at midnight, but I definitely don't miss them as an adult. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're all here perfectly.
Because you go get the hard copy,
Yeah.
you get home at 2 a.m.,
Yeah.
and then you got to install, which means you're
Yes.
not playing until 4 a.m.,
Yes.
which means your friends have already played for
Yes.
4 hours, they get a good night's sleep,
Yep.
and then before you know it, you're no longer friends with them.
That was always the problem with the Call of Duty releases is we would be like, sleep over, and then we get there and be like, it's 2 a.m., let's just go home. It hasn't
Yeah.
been sold yet. Like,
Ugh, classic.
all these memories. Wow, these have been good side, or there's a story
Yeah.
quest, I guess.
I guess that was a main quest.
Wow, good quest.
Good stuff. All right, moving on. Story mission number 7. There was an Anthem article, new article on BioWare's next game, Dragon Age. Okay, you wrote this. So Jason Schreier wrote another novel.
We
over
covered
at-
it.
I think it's Kotaku, but
Yeah, it is Kotaku.
all right.
We covered the story last week. He wrote a novel.
Listen
on
to last
Anthem.
week's podcast. The HD audio is a little janky. You're gonna have to deal with it. But Anthem basically has always been a terrible game. It didn't just become one. That was the news last week. This week's news, I'm gonna need you to give us some context.
So it's basically just if you were here last week, he basically just said like Anthem went wrong in every way possible, and now the continuation is it's happening again. It's been happening, and no one knows it. Now I get it. I think the easy thing to do is to draw drama on everything now with these games and BioWare specifically. So I think a little bit can be taken with a grain of salt, but I think most of the facts is pretty much there. So I think some small sentences like. I heard more about the first version of Dragon Age 4, which was rebooted in October of 2017, and the current version, which is now in development. These games have been in development, stopped, and then redeveloped. So a part of this, too, was a lot of the Dragon Age 4 people left because Anthem was on fire. They were trying to go put out fires for Anthem, then had to come back and say, we don't have a game anymore. All of them are being spread thin, losing their minds. BioWare is in flames.
I feel like there are two scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
One is which, if you were to walk into EA's headquarters,
Yeah.
they would be so good at a front that it would seem so elegant and smooth and confident.
Yeah.
Or the flip side of that, you walk in there, you could feel it.
Yeah.
The panic and the chaos. Because what is even going on over there?
Exactly.
Think about it this way, Andrew. EA publicly cancels games all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Think about how much they don't publicize.
Yeah.
Like,
No, totally.
it is so
Yeah.
unnerving.
Yeah.
And I truly feel like we have never been in a better spot in video games than now.
Yeah.
But I feel like we are nowhere near where we could be if EA had their head on straight.
It's crazy. I mean,
Nowhere near it.
yeah. For their last game, Inquisition, it said in the article
It was a game of the year.
Game of the year, and they said that they half released it. They said they like basically forced it out. Like they were just like, oh, fine. To me, that is so sad. Like that's just like this is really bad, and I think people know that, and like it's not news. It's just like
And people work on these games for 8 years. They take 4 weeks off when the game launches, and then they work 8 more years on another game. And they're in their bubble, and then they just come out, and they're like, oh, wow, our press release just screwed our own game.
It's just,
And there is, okay, here's what it is. There's too much of a disconnect between the people making the game and the people explaining the game.
Yeah.
Too much. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
indies shine on
Yeah.
Xbox's stage and in
Yeah.
Nintendo
Because
Directs.
it's 4 people that know exactly
and,
the game.
and it's high. Here is
Yeah.
my game.
Yeah.
Here is how it works.
Cuphead, 2 dudes, just us being like arguing.
And now Cuphead is the first ever Xbox exclusive on
Yeah.
Nintendo.
But it's like if someone showed up and tried to explain Media Interactive, and then we showed up and we're like,
I
actually we
can't
do
believe
this.
I can't believe the culture is literally the the publisher is going to bottleneck the developer.
Yeah.
That makes no sense
No
to me.
sense.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah, man, but it's just another addition to the EA nonsense.
And then I'm foaming at the mouth over Jedi Fallen Order, but
Yeah.
then I see the little EA in the bottom, and I don't know whether to throw up or high five somebody. It's really frustrating.
It's tough, and it's scary.
Did you play Dragon Age?
I didn't.
If you're watching live, let me know what you thought of Dragon Age Inquisition. This was 2014 or 2015. It was Game of the Year when I was just getting into the industry. Super big, huge, massive game.
Massive, and like it did well, but they said like they skipped things because they just like needed to get it out, which is just sad. We have a side quest.
Go ahead.
He says he might be repeating himself, but Pinto says, Caleb, what was your last thoughts on Anthem? You may be repeating from a past podcast, but he's interested in hearing your final thoughts, I guess, on Anthem.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I haven't finished the game. My final thoughts on Anthem are the top 2 complaints that people have I disagree with. I think Fort Tarsus is actually fine and kind of fun. The characters are kind of unique enough to have some personality to them. A lot of people hated their personality. I was just glad that they had it. The gameplay is so much fun. I don't regret my purchase, but the only reason I don't regret it is because it's future-proof, you know?
It is
Eventually, it will get to a point where it's feasible. But the combat, as fun as it is, there's a huge disconnect between the cadence of the story and the cadence of your unlocks.
That's a good way to put it.
Does that make sense?
No, man, it's great.
And so I haven't gotten to the end game yet. Apparently, the news just gets worse and worse as you get to the end game.
Yeah.
You either really are lost in the story or really not where you need to be with weapon unlocks. And it's based on your own personal play style. Basically, Pinto, like it's just a broken game, and not even broken in a production sense, but broken in a vision sense.
Totally.
Of whoever was working on this part of the game was not talking to the other person playing this part of the game, which is supported by what we talked about last week in the article. It was called Beyond until 2 days before they revealed the game.
Yeah.
They changed the name of the game 48 hours before they revealed it. So nobody knows what the game is, and as you play it, some of it is fun, but you can tell it has an identity crisis. That's where I stand on it.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, that's like perfect.
I would give it a 7 out of 10, and I would say it's totally worth flying around in a suit. The world is beautiful, but I can no longer defend what people hate about the game. Every time I hear something, I say, yep, you're right.
And so that's where part of me wants to, like, so that's where my question is because one of the things we talked about in the development cycle for this game, and we praised, with all the criticism, whatever was being thrown out, we said, at least the developers are talking to us. And now, as a viewer, as someone who, has seen that all, I wonder the question, do consumers are actually being heard by developers, and is that relationship even there? Because we thought we had it, and now you see a game that has nothing, like, the way that they would say things that didn't end up in the game. They would show part of the game and say, these armor sets will be unlocked. You get the game, they're not even anywhere to be seen.
It's because they didn't know what they were doing. They were literally streaming fake idea engine renderings, like old builds.
Exactly.
And now, Andrew, they've been on Reddit. They have been in the thickets because the game is for a developer to say, we really appreciate your feedback. 3 weeks after our outcry feedback destroys them, it means nothing to me. That's false nobility to say, we value your opinion on helping us make this game better. It's like, well, yeah, because everybody who played the game has something to say. And so, luckily, we were loud enough to get their attention. But man, it's brutal because what they need to do is not have a guy in Reddit.
Yeah.
Some guy's full-time in Reddit doing damage control. It's probably the same guy they had developing the suit or something. Because BioWare and EA, whatever cadence they had for their business production, it's completely out of whack.
Wild times, indeed. Yeah. I'm glad you pulled some fun from it. I'm glad you had fun.
It's fun. I'm just glad I have it, There was no way I didn't want to be a part of whatever was going on with that game. And it is fun to customize your suit and fly around. I'm telling you. It is fun. But I just get so turned off to the idea of grinding to finish.
Black Friday when it goes for $10, I'll buy it.
Yeah, and that's just smart consumership for sure. But again, if people say the end game's not good, and I know that's the one thing they can control,
yeah.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
You know, so
Totally.
maybe by the time I get there, I won't have to hear about all those problems.
Yeah.
Andrew, let's see. Let me see. Can I read on this? We do Borderlands.
Talk about whatever you want. Look at all this stuff.
All right, we got 2 story missions left, and then I want to talk about a potential Game of Thrones video game. It's gonna be a long podcast, boys. Thanks for coming.
So already you start thinking about, we're going to talk about Game of Thrones video game and what it could look like. There's nothing announced, so don't get excited.
What would you want out of a Game of Thrones video game?
Start thinking
that
about
was
it.
when we had no news stories, and then Andrew came clutch. So 2 things I want to talk about. Well, this will be quick. One is Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild are coming to VR on the Switch.
You heard that right, folks.
This is via their Labo kits. So you use the Switch itself and cardboard to put it on your noggin, and then you're playing Breath of the Wild.
My question is, how do you know where the controls are?
My questions are how, what, who, where, when, and why. Because that's weird. Okay?
Does someone know anything better than what we know?
I like that they're exploring and doing things. This is Nintendo's season to just announce stuff and do it, where Sony's not a peep out of Sony.
That's true.
I mean, they had their state of play. They have some VR games, but let's be real.
And you said the game comes out next week that I already forgot about.
Days Gone.
Days Gone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I should have probably talked. Well, there's nothing to talk about. We've talked about it before.
It's just coming
next Tuesday. We'll probably talk about Days Gone. But yeah, I mean, VR on a Switch. Would you? 2 questions for you, Andrew. Would you, if it worked and looked fine, do VR Switch games?
Oh, that's my first. Okay,
that's the first question.
First question is yes, I would.
Okay. In the current state of what we've seen of people doing this to their faces, would you do it?
No.
All right. Because I think there's no head strap, or if there is, it's super weird, or you gotta...
I wonder, I feel like there's something they're not telling us. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be like half...
Well, these Labo kits are weird. Like, there's a lot of them out there.
I heard that
I've never put one together.
I heard the audience is really like younger audiences for that, and they have like younger kids have like a lot of fun with it.
It's like kids that can't break a cardboard.
So I wonder if it's like you give it to a kid and then you kind of play behind him, like, you know what I mean? Because it's like I just can't imagine you playing it while you can't.
The capacity to look stupid in an Oculus is actually pretty high.
Yeah.
Despite it being awesome.
Yeah.
So if I were to see a grown man.
I don't think it's feasible. I don't think it's real. It's not possible. It's not humanly possible.
I think I would try to punch him like through the cardboard and the Switch.
You're gonna see me next week. Just
you would think that game is so realistic, basically.
Yeah.
I have no interest in this whatsoever. I have a Pro controller and a 60-inch flat screen TV. That is my Breath of the Wild. I don't see myself putting that game 6 inches from my eyeballs. Not to mention, my eyes can hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to go blind. People don't know the long-term effects of duct taping a piece of technology to your... It's got iRobot written all over it.
It does. But, that's a good reference.
April 25th, apparently, that comes out. We'll watch what Nintendo does. We all know they don't really announce with clarity or cadence. And then it comes out, and then people just love it.
Exactly. I think the only way that can sway me is if they do like a free update to the Breath of the Wild game and add some sort of like... Link just walks and you just kind of like press something and just get to watch it. But if they just give you the game and the Labo kit, that's out. I'm out completely.
They're just one big indie developer, Nintendo. Yeah. I love them.
Pit just says I'm not a VR fan at all.
I haven't. Yeah, I'm not yet either.
Dan says I completely don't understand their Labo VR, and Aurora says very strange. Yeah, I think we're all.
Iron Man VR for PlayStation looks sweet.
Yeah.
But again, there's too many wires right now for the PlayStation VR for me to do it. I need to be free.
Yeah.
I don't want to be tethered.
There are no strings on me.
Andrew, last story mission on the campaign. Epic Games CEO doubles down and says they will continue to get more game-exclusive deals. Borderlands 3 will now be dropping on Epic Games. Fans retaliate by review bombing Borderlands 2 on Steam. And then a follow-up question of, are consumers actually heard by developers? You type that out. I think it's great. Are consumers actually heard by developers? Not when they act like idiots, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't even... Mainly because it wasn't Borderlands 2 a good game.
Fantastic.
Okay. That is so upsetting to me.
Yeah.
That is so upsetting to me.
I mean, it's basically like boycotting a movie, but even worse. It's like not going to see the next or Star Wars movie, and then going on and Rotten Tomatoes and just writing trash reviews.
If somebody didn't like a podcast that you and I did, and then I went to our YouTube channel and like maybe went back to one of my favorite ones, or maybe the one where we went viral or something, and I saw people starting to downvote it or comment, FD, blah. I would be like, are you actually kidding me right now?
Yeah.
It shows you're not an unconditional supporter, first of all. And like, I would be so spiteful as a developer. I would say, you know what? We're going to release all our stuff on Epic Games, and you can...
It's interesting. It's like a meltdown from a kid kind of tactic.
It's like you take away this, I'm gonna go break your favorite toy. Like it's just like, oh my god.
It's really weird. Seth, you are the PC gamer. What do you think about Epic Games Store? I did a little digging because I had to go on the PC gaming Reddit to find that news.
Can I go to the Epic Games Store on my thing?
And I heard a bunch of people were actually saying the Epic Games Store is like not working for them, and like they would put in their address and like it get hacked the next day and stuff. So
I've never been to this website. This is exciting. Whoa.
Caleb's sold. Caleb's like, I want to be Epic Games.
All right, no, this is super boring. I don't get the appeal. I mean, it's all right there, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, but I've heard some people say that like it actually is like
free now. Oh shoot.
Oh, The Witness is free? Interesting.
So, can I download on my Mac?
I'm assuming that's what it is. Epic Games
Clearly,
Store.
I'm not in my wheelhouse here, but...
Yeah. It is interesting. The more that Epic kind of grows, the more they're just going to pull games right to their lap, I guess.
Yeah, I'm all for it. It's fine. We got to evolve and move on, and I feel like people complained about Steam until Steam had a competitor that then people could complain. People just complain. It's like Kevin Hart on Joe Rogan's podcast. He just talked about complaining. It was very good. Just tweet at him, go to Reddit, write out a well thought out email or something, or start your own freaking podcast or website. So then you can say whatever you want. I mean, I get to hate on Fortnite because I'm never gonna take the time out of my day to go give it a 1-star review on the store.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we just go on our podcast.
Here's how Caleb can counteract 11.8 million 5-star Xbox reviews. I'll give it 1 star and say I'm bad at the game, so I hate it. Like,
yeah, for sure. Dan says Epic Games Store works on Mac, but not all games support a Mac on there. So if you downloaded it, it might not even be supported.
Well, I don't want to play The Witness. I saw it a while ago.
Shouts out to Mac.
Not
Dude,
for
that
me.
game is... We should just dedicate a whole
trippy, bro.
For me to talk about the trip that I went on The Witness.
Yeah.
Wow. Did anyone else play The Witness? Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. Anyways.
As we wrap up Podcast X, Y, and Z, episode 25, if you have anything else you want us to talk about, throw it in the chat.
25.
What would you want out of a Game of Thrones video game? Game of Thrones is upon us, Andrew. We got the last season. 5 days away, and we're gonna watch that together. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a 2-hour documentary the week after the Game of Thrones finale on HBO, and then effectively Game of Thrones has finished.
That is
It's only a matter of time before video games hop on board.
Yeah.
And you had kind of mentioned that they already sort of did. So what would you want out of that?
Yeah, because I remember like when I went to college, I would like the biggest thing for when I went to dorms when I was a freshman is a way of bonding was like, hey, do you want to watch the new episode of Game of Thrones? And that was like my first time of like doing something with my hall.
Sure.
And it meant a lot. And then they announced the Telltale games. And so as a hall, we all pitched in and we're like, Game of Thrones game. And we were just so excited. It was going to be a new story. And then just didn't really like the Telltale games.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm more, I need to play the character. I need to do things. So my Game of Thrones wish is, as much as Telltales was successful and I liked parts of it, please don't do another Telltale games. Now as far as what I want, like, what do you want? Start. Give me some thoughts.
So here's some context for you. Do you remember when we were watching the Game Awards?
Mm-hmm.
And they announced a Stranger Things video game?
Yeah.
And it was the dumbest, stupid thing I've ever seen in my idiot life.
We were like our emotions on that was like.
Well, the way they revealed it was so creative and good.
Yeah.
And then I was like, how dare you? It's a 16-bit top-down joke of a Pokemon intro. Anyway, go big or go home.
Yeah.
What I want is, if Zach's still in the chat, can you scroll and find what he's... you don't have to do it if you don't want to. But basically,
scroll.
I would like a Red Dead Redemption 2 scaled game that embraces that same model that GTA Online does. So there is a campaign. There is also an online portion where you can go in. Maybe you have a character. Maybe it's like Elder Scrolls Online. Whatever. Where you can interact with other people in the world. But think about how cool it would be to have a single story. Maybe you're a Stark, maybe you're a Lannister, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone plays that specific linear story, just like GTA, just like Red Dead, and you come across a Lannister, or you come across a whoever. You know, the
and it's
possibilities
a real person.
And so, logistically, they could go before or after the TV series, but not in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Or if it's in the middle of it, you can never really cross directly into the plot, right? Because then it would have come up in the show. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you can't really touch it. That's
Yeah.
People often forget that. You can't. People are like, oh, like why is the Lord of the Rings prequel? It's like because you can't touch
Oh yeah.
Return of the King. You're not going to appear right now. You know, you
Right in the
could
middle of
be
it.
an anonymous soldier,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
always a side story.
Yeah.
I want to see that happen, and then once you go online, Andrew, you decide: do you want to be a Stark and start with fur in the north,
Oh man.
or do you want to be a
Yeah,
Lannister and
that's-
start with soldiers,
That's goals.
and then you're like, but that's so ambitious.
I feel like
That's so
if
ambitious.
we can even take it a step further,
Uh-huh.
I would love to see an exaggerated battle royale version where it's like, I wouldn't say like you pour like hundreds of hours and then die, but like Diablo has like a one life game mode, and it's not that punishing. Like if you actually care for your character, you don't like a permadeath option on Diablo. Like something similar to that would be so crazy, wouldn't it?
That'd be
Like
so
if
fun.
you were a Stark
yeah,
and you didn't just run to kill someone because you're like, if I die, I die.
right.
But you kind of like,
And like GTA Online has all these little circles you go to.
Yeah.
And then it's a certain
Yeah,
mode.
yeah, right.
So you could jump into a For Honor mode where
Yeah.
you're an anonymous Lannister
Yeah.
soldier, and then you're just fighting. You know, that'd be so sick.
ooh,
That'd be so cool.
that'd be cool.
But I don't know the copyright logistics.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know what writers would help with that. Who would develop it? Who has the rights to it? And nobody's
Yeah.
ever, in my knowledge, done an HBO related thing in the video game world. So
I feel like a realistic game wish would be like, do a game where they follow Benjen Stark after he went north of the wall.
right,
Which would be fun.
literally just
Like a
Dude,
group of rangers that go out.
just do Shadow of Mordor, but Game of Thrones. Like that's all we're really asking
Yeah.
for, I think.
yeah.
The old Lord of the Rings games were fantastic, and,
Yeah.
and I want that to come around again too. But there's a lot of businessy political
Yeah.
stuff going on. Like
Yeah.
for all we know, there might be a clause that says this can never be a.
Yeah, no, totally. It would also
Um,
be really cool to see like a Red Dead. Did you say Red? No, okay, like a Red Dead game where like you decide who lives and who dies, kind of like
Yeah.
where you're in charge but you're not in charge.
Right.
Like if you were like the guy below a Stark that was in charge, you know,
Yeah,
like below Rob, and you're
Right.
kind of like with Rob,
Yeah.
telling him what to do.
It'd be dope. That'd be so cool.
I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but I don't know if people. I'm assuming everyone is.
I mean, at this point, they gotta. If they're not almost caught up,
yeah.
then they don't watch it.
Because like imagine like being like not no like if it was something similar to the Red Wedding but like not. And you
I'm
were,
so
like,
glad I'm caught up. If I was like trying to grind
Yeah.
and wanted to engage
Yeah.
in media right now, I'd be freaking out. If I was on like season 3 or 4,
Yeah.
it'd be hard. Like I know Lauren's going through it, but,
It's- I
but
told
she
her-
could be withdrawn, right? Like
Yeah, no. She's
Yeah.
just like because like before she started watching, she was like, I didn't realize that there was that many spoilers out there. It's just when you start, you're like, wait, the world is just talking about this thing. So now she's having to be like, okay, maybe don't show up on Facebook at the
that's so cool.
Dan says those ideas sound awesome too. Master of Loving says, hey guys, I have a couple questions for you. Is it cool I asked them?
Absolutely.
I've never wanted something more. So please throw out.
Really? All right. Well, let's talk about that for a second, Andrew. What if this guy asks, "How dare you? Who do you think you are?" I don't know.
Listen, I love him, so he can say whatever he wants.
I'd like to assume, since he's here, he or she is here, that that they're a fan of us.
She.
I already know what he's going to ask first. What do you think of YouTube cutting you off for not having enough subscribers? Well, let me tell you, sir, I think it's dumb. But I'm going to be honest with you, Twitch is vibing.
Okay, so I've heard some really good things so far. Like
Yeah.
quality's really good. The chat's been on fire.
All right. This is a good thing.
Twitch has been a really good thing for us.
We'll
so maybe
see
this
what
has been...
we'll see what post production looks like.
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to upload this to YouTube after, so you guys can still see us later.
Yeah.
But our HD audio is always gonna go up because guys, our audio is great.
And I'm telling you, if you're watching live, thank you so much. But go back and check out the HD Audio Podcast, even if you just give it a view on YouTube or find it on Spotify and
Yeah,
Apple.
totally.
We're everywhere. You can find us at patreon.com/Media Interactive and all that good stuff. And then I'm tweeting all day long, MInteractiveXYZ. You can follow me there.
Yeah, totally.
My personal Twitter is there as well.
Yee. So Master of Loving, throw your questions out there. We'll jump on a side quest while you ask your questions.
That'd be the ultimate prank. Get in a podcast on Twitch, say I have a couple questions for you,
and then we
just get offline,
and then
see how long we go doing nothing.
We're gonna be gullible and wait for you.
No, dude. We're totally at that stage where we're
So
allowed.
let's
to be
pick a side
gullible.
quest and go for it.
Rage 2 gameplay, dude.
Oh, we watched it.
Okay, all right. Rage 2. If you're watching live, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know Rage was a thing. I thought Rage was a feeling, which is true. But this was wild. Watching this like battle
10-minute gameplay.
You really can't describe it quickly.
Yeah. Well, battle royale is misleading. It's not a battle royale.
It looked like it.
Yeah, but it's not. I'm just telling you.
Well, what was it?
It's a
then?
story game. Like it's
Oh.
It just has aspects of, like, looter,
Oh.
but it's
All right.
not.
Wow. Okay. So those were NPCs they were killing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
if you
That's
played
cool.
Rage 1,
That's really cool.
let me know. But it's like definitely like a crazier, like, explosions kind of thing. We got our
Look
first-
at this guy's first question.
We got our first question.
Who is this man?
First
All right,
question.
I like this. I like this a lot.
How many bowls of cereal do you think you've eaten in your entire life so far?
All right, let's think practically.
Practically, for like a span of high school, once every day.
I don't eat breakfast regularly.
I love
did.
breakfast.
I bet you in my entire life, I have averaged, and this is I don't really eat cereal regularly anymore.
I eat cereal regularly.
I think I have averaged 2.5 bowls of cereal a week for my entire life. I'm 23 years and 4 weeks old, so I'm not doing the math, but that's my answer. What's your answer, Andrew? It's probably higher than that.
I mean, I say like 5 days a week. I'm 22.
But that's not your average. That means you're literally eating cereal 5 days a week.
do.
You know the power of your words?
I do.
Gosh.
I eat a lot of cereal.
You're so American, Andrew.
I love cereal.
I don't eat
say
breakfast, man. That's my problem.
Oh yeah, breakfast is my favorite. I eat this. I'm routine too. So like if I get into routine of like breakfast sandwich cereal, I have to like do it.
Daniel says Rage 1 was very different than Rage 2 from what it looks like. 1 was super gritty and realistic. 2 is more like Borderlands minus the crazy gun combos.
Oh, I didn't know.
That speaks to me. I like the idea of like Borderlands minus whatever's going on with the ability.
Yeah, I didn't know it was supposed to be like gritty and realistic. I just always assumed that it was a funny game because when I watched Rage 2 gameplay, that's what I thought the Rage 1 was like. So thank you for pointing that out. Because Rage 2, yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's like super over the top. At the end of the gameplay, there's like a 10-foot giant that tries to kill you with like a nuke and like stomps on you.
That's wild.
So it's like pretty crazy stuff. Rage 1 was very different. Yeah, I had no idea. Well, so thanks, Master of Loving, for your question.
For your question, yeah. We'll just cut him off there.
Wasn't a bad game, wasn't a great game.
Maybe he'll
yeah,
ask
I
about
feel
our,
like that's...
maybe he'll ask about our lunch next week. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. That was a good time. Tons of news, tons of stuff to talk about. Next week, I'm hoping to have Star Wars Celebration done and enough time for me to meditate on it and really be able to speak on it. Hopefully we'll get some quality gameplay footage of Jedi Fallen Order.
Don't tease me. Don't tease me again.
Game of Thrones
Hear
is coming
me
out.
now.
We will probably hold our spoiler talk for Podcast Remastered later in the month over at patreon.com/MediaInteractive. But we will give you our initial smiles and reactions
I'm gonna smile
on Tuesday.
It might be like,
dude, I'm gonna smile a bunch, and then I'll smile at you,
and
It'll
then
be
we'll
like
smile, and then we'll just kiss.
all right. Yeah. And then Tuesday, Days Gone comes out.
I
So
want
I'm-
to watch you play. Can you bring your PlayStation over here?
I'll bring it. That's a good idea.
Please do, because
That's
I
a
want
good
to.
idea.
I don't know anything about this game still.
That's a really.
I mean,
good
you
idea.
explained it really well, but I don't.
I'll do it.
There's like
Awesome.
a bike you ride and kill zombies.
Thank you guys so much for watching us live on Twitch. We're gonna start doing that on the regular.
Twitch has been
so
fun.
You can find us
I've
here.
enjoyed myself.
Much love, and keep on gaming.
Peace.